Dogs have been humanity's faithful companions for thousands of years, evolving alongside us to become not just pets, but genuine family members who share our homes, our routines, and our hearts. Understanding the subtle and not so subtle ways that dogs express their love can deepen the bond between you and your four-legged friend, helping you recognize the profound affection that exists in this unique interspecies relationship. While dogs cannot verbally express their emotions the way humans do, they have developed a rich vocabulary of behaviors, body language, and habits that clearly communicate their devotion, trust, and genuine love for their human companions. 1. The enthusiastic tail wag and full-body greeting. Perhaps no sign of canine affection is more universally recognized than the joyful tail wag, but the true depth of this behavior goes far beyond a simple back and forth motion. When your dog truly loves you, their entire body becomes involved in the greeting ritual, creating what many dog behaviorists refer to as the whole body wag. This phenomenon begins the moment your dog sees you approaching, whether you've been gone for 5 minutes or 5 hours, and manifests as an explosive display of pure, unbridled joy that seems to emanate from every fiber of their being. The tail itself becomes a barometer of emotion, wagging not just side to side but in wide, sweeping arcs that often involve the dog's entire rear end in a wiggling dance of happiness. Dogs who love their humans deeply will often wag so enthusiastically that their tail becomes a blur of motion, sometimes creating an audible whooshing sound as it cuts through the air. The position of the tail during this display is equally important, as a high, proudly held tail indicates confidence and joy, while the vigorous wagging motion communicates the intensity of their excitement and affection. But the tail is just one component of this loving display. A dog who truly adores you will engage in what appears to be a full-body celebration, with their chest lowered in a play-bow position, their hindquarters raised and wiggling, and their entire spine seeming to undulate with excitement. This behavior often includes spinning in circles, jumping up and down, and what can only be described as a canine version of a happy dance. Some dogs become so overcome with joy that they lose control of their movements entirely, stumbling over their own feet in their eagerness to reach you and express their overwhelming happiness at your return. The vocalization that often accompanies this physical display adds another layer to the expression of love. Happy whines, excited barks, and sometimes even howls of joy create a symphony of canine emotion that serves as an audible declaration of their affection. These sounds are distinctly different from barks of alarm or aggression, carrying a musical quality that seems to rise and fall with the intensity of their excitement. Many dog owners report that their pets have specific, happy sounds that they reserve exclusively for greeting their beloved humans, creating a unique vocal signature of love that becomes as familiar and comforting as a favorite song. This enthusiastic greeting ritual serves multiple purposes in the canine expression of love. It represents not only joy at your return, but also a reaffirmation of the bond between you, a celebration of your presence, and a physical manifestation of the security and happiness that your relationship provides. Dogs who display this level of enthusiasm are essentially communicating that your presence in their world is the highlight of their day, every single day, regardless of how many times this scene has played out before. The constant desire to be near you. One of the most touching and consistent signs that your dog loves you deeply is their seemingly magnetic attraction to your presence, a behavior that transcends simple companionship and enters the realm of genuine devotion. This manifestation of love goes beyond the occasional desire for attention and becomes a constant, gentle presence that follows you throughout your daily routine like a devoted shadow. Dogs who truly love their humans will often position themselves in whatever room you occupy, not necessarily seeking interaction but simply drawing comfort and contentment from being in your vicinity. This behavior, often referred to as Velcro dog syndrome, is particularly evident in the way your pet chooses their resting spots throughout the day. Rather than seeking out the most comfortable bed or the sunniest spot in the house, a dog who loves you will consistently choose locations that offer them a clear view of your activities. Even if it means lying on a hard floor rather than their plush bed, they may position themselves in doorways where they can monitor your movements between rooms, or settle down just close enough to touch you with a paw or rest their head against your leg while you work or relax. The bathroom phenomenon is particularly telling in this regard, as many dog owners find themselves with a furry audience during their most private moments. While this might seem like simple curiosity or pack behavior, it actually represents a deep level of attachment and concern for your well-being. In your dog's mind, you are temporarily separating yourself from the pack, and their loving instinct is to ensure your safety and to be immediately available when you emerge. This behavior demonstrates a level of devotion that prioritizes your security over their own comfort or independence. During nighttime hours, this attachment becomes even more pronounced. Dogs who love their humans deeply will often choose to sleep in the same room, even if they have access to more comfortable sleeping arrangements elsewhere in the house. Some will position themselves strategically between their human and the bedroom door, assuming a protective stance even in sleep. Others prefer to sleep touching some part of their human's body, whether it's resting their head on a foot, pressing their back against a leg, or simply maintaining contact with a single paw placed gently on their owner's arm. This constant companionship extends to daily activities as well. Your dog may follow you from room to room as you go about your household tasks, not because they need anything specific, but because they genuinely enjoy your company and find your presence comforting and reassuring. They may lie nearby while you cook dinner, work at your computer, or watch television, content to simply be part of your world and share in your daily experiences. This behavior represents a form of love that asks for nothing more than the privilege of being near you, a pure and selfless devotion that seeks only to share in your life and provide you with their unwavering companionship. The trust displayed through vulnerable sleeping positions. Sleep represents one of the most vulnerable states for any living creature, and the positions your dog chooses while sleeping can reveal profound insights into their level of trust, security, and love for you. Dogs who feel completely safe and deeply bonded with their humans will often adopt sleeping positions that would leave them exposed and defenseless in the wild, a clear indication that they view you as their ultimate protector and that your presence provides them with an unshakable sense of security. The most telling of these vulnerable positions is when your dog sleeps on their back with their belly exposed, legs splayed in various directions, and their most sensitive areas completely unprotected. In the wild, this position would be extremely dangerous as the belly contains vital organs and represents the most vulnerable part of a dog's anatomy. When your pet chooses to sleep this way in your presence, they are making a profound statement of trust and love, essentially communicating that they feel so safe with you that they can afford to be completely defenseless. This position also indicates a high level of comfort with their environment and confidence in your ability to watch over them while they rest. Another significant sleeping position is when your dog chooses to sleep with their back turned toward you or positioned so that they cannot easily monitor potential threats. This behavior demonstrates an extraordinary level of trust, as it means your dog is confident that you will alert them to any danger and that they can afford to let their guard down completely. In pack dynamics, only the most trusted pack members are afforded this level of relaxation, making this sleeping position a clear indicator of the love and trust your dog feels for you. The location your dog chooses for sleep can be equally revealing. Dogs who love their humans deeply often prefer to sleep in close proximity, sometimes even choosing to sleep on their owner's bed despite having comfortable alternatives available. This preference goes beyond simple comfort seeking and represents a desire to maintain the closest possible connection even during unconscious hours. The act of sharing sleeping space is a profound gesture of trust and affection in canin culture, as it involves surrendering the ability to quickly escape or defend oneself in favor of maintaining intimate closeness with their beloved human. Some dogs express their love through sleep by positioning themselves as protectors, choosing spots where they can monitor potential entrances to the room, while still remaining close to their human. This protective sleeping arrangement demonstrates love through service, showing that even in rest, your dog's primary concern is your safety and security. They are willing to sacrifice their own deep sleep to maintain a vigilant watch over you, a behavior that speaks to the depth of their devotion and their instinctive desire to care for and protect the human they love. The deep, peaceful sleep that many dogs experience in their human's presence is itself a sign of profound love and trust. Dogs who are stressed, anxious, or uncertain about their environment tend to sleep lightly and wake frequently, always alert to potential threats. When your dog sleeps deeply and peacefully near you with slow, rhythmic breathing and occasional dream movements, it indicates that your presence provides them with such complete security that they can afford to enter the deepest stages of sleep. This level of relaxation and trust represents one of the purest expressions of canine love, demonstrating that your dog views you as their safe haven and ultimate source of comfort in the world. The gentle art of bringing you gifts. The act of bringing gifts represents one of the most endearing and meaningful ways that dogs express their love, though this behavior is often misunderstood or dismissed as simple play or attention-seeking. When your dog carefully selects an item from their environment and presents it to you, they are engaging in a complex social behavior that has deep roots in pack dynamics and represents a profound expression of affection, respect, and desire to contribute to your happiness. This gift-giving behavior demonstrates that your dog not only loves you but also views you as deserving of their most prized possessions and wants to share in the joy and excitement of discovery. The selection process itself reveals much about your dog's emotional state and their perception of what might bring you joy. Dogs who love their humans deeply often bring items that hold special significance to them, Whether it's their favorite toy, a cherished stick from a memorable walk, or even something as simple as a sock that carries your scent. The fact that they are willing to part with these treasured possessions, even temporarily, demonstrates a selfless love that prioritizes your happiness over their own attachment to these objects. This behavior is particularly touching when dogs bring items that they would normally guard jealously, showing that their love for you supersedes even their strongest possessive instincts. The manner in which dogs present these gifts is equally significant and reveals the genuine nature of their affection. A dog who loves you will approach with a specific body language that communicates pride and excitement, often with a slightly prancing gait, a high-held head, and an expression that can only be described as pleased anticipation. They may perform a little dance of presentation, gently placing the item at your feet or directly into your hands, then stepping back with bright eyes and an expectant expression that clearly communicates their hope that you will appreciate and share in their joy over this offering. Some dogs develop elaborate gift-giving rituals that become daily expressions of love and devotion. These might include bringing you your slippers in the morning, presenting you with a toy when you arrive home from work, or carefully selecting items from the yard during outdoor time that they believe might interest or delight you. The consistency of these behaviors demonstrates that gift-giving has become an integral part of how your dog expresses love, a daily ritual that strengthens your bond and provides them with a tangible way to contribute to your happiness and comfort. The emotional investment that dogs place in your reaction to their gifts is perhaps the most touching aspect of this behavior. A dog who loves you deeply will watch your face intently as you receive their offering, reading your expressions and body language to gauge your response. They seem to understand that the value of their gift is not measured in monetary terms, but in the joy and appreciation it brings to you, and they derive genuine happiness from your positive reactions. This emotional reciprocity demonstrates a sophisticated understanding of love as a two-way exchange, where the joy of giving is matched by the pleasure of seeing their beloved human's happiness. Even when the gifts are less than desirable from a human perspective, such as dead animals, dirty sticks, or items retrieved from less savory locations, the intention behind the behavior remains pure and loving. Your dog is sharing what they perceive to be valuable or interesting, operating under the assumption that anything that excites or pleases them might also bring joy to you. This innocent and generous approach to gift-giving reflects a love that is uncomplicated by human social conventions and focused purely on the desire to share experiences and bring happiness to their cherished human companion. The power of sustained eye contact and loving gazes. The eyes have long been considered windows to the soul, and this metaphor holds particularly true in the canine world, where sustained eye contact between a dog and their human represents one of the most powerful and intimate expressions of love and trust. Unlike many animal species where direct eye contact is perceived as a threat or challenge, dogs who love their humans deeply will seek out and maintain gentle, prolonged eye contact as a way of communicating their affection and strengthening their emotional bond. This behavior has actually triggered evolutionary changes in both species, with dogs developing more expressive facial muscles around their eyes to better communicate with humans, and humans developing an increased sensitivity to canine facial expressions. The quality of loving eye contact from a dog is distinctly different from other types of gazes and can be recognized by several characteristic features. The eyes appear soft and relaxed, with a slightly squinted or half-closed appearance that dog behaviorists often refer to as soft eyes. This expression is accompanied by a relaxed facial posture, with the mouth often slightly open in a contented expression and the ears in a natural, non-alert position. The overall effect is one of complete contentment and peaceful focus, as if your dog is savoring the simple pleasure of looking at you and sharing this moment of connection. Scientific research has revealed that this mutual gazing actually triggers the release of oxytocin, often called the love hormone, in both dogs and humans. This biochemical response is the same one that occurs between human parents and their children, suggesting that the bond between dogs and their humans has evolved to mirror some of the same neurological pathways that govern human family relationships. The fact that dogs have developed the ability to trigger this hormonal response in humans through eye contact demonstrates the profound evolutionary adaptation that has occurred to strengthen the human-canine bond and highlights the genuine nature of canine love. Dogs who love their humans often engage in what can only be described as love gazing, where they will seek out eye contact during quiet moments and maintain it for extended periods without any apparent goal other than the pleasure of the connection itself. These gazing sessions often occur during calm activities such as when you're watching television, reading, or simply relaxing, and your dog will position themselves where they can comfortably look at you while you go about your activities. The sustained nature of this attention demonstrates that they find genuine joy and contentment in simply observing you, much the way humans enjoy looking at loved ones. The context in which these loving gazes occur is equally significant. Dogs will often seek eye contact during moments of physical affection, such as when being petted or cuddled, using their eyes to communicate their enjoyment and deepen the emotional connection of the moment. They may also initiate eye contact when they sense you're feeling sad or stressed, offering their silent support and companionship through their gentle gaze. This emotional attunement demonstrates a sophisticated understanding of human emotions and a genuine desire to provide comfort and connection during difficult times. Perhaps most touching is the way many dogs will seek out eye contact in their final moments of life, using their eyes to communicate a lifetime of love and gratitude, even when their bodies are failing them. This profound final gesture speaks to the deep emotional capacity of dogs and their ability to express love through the simple act of looking into the eyes of their beloved human, creating a moment of pure connection that transcends words or physical limitations and serves as a lasting testament to the depth of their affection. The comfort-seeking behavior during stress and illness, one of the most profound indicators of your dog's love and trust, is their instinctive tendency to seek your comfort and presence during times of stress, fear, illness, or discomfort. This behavior represents a deep-seated belief that you are their ultimate source of security and healing, and that your presence alone has the power to make them feel safer and more at ease. Unlike humans who might sometimes prefer solitude during difficult times, dogs who love their humans deeply will consistently turn to them as their primary source of comfort and support, demonstrating an unshakable faith in your ability to provide solace and protection. During thunderstorms, fireworks, or other frightening events, a dog who loves you will often abandon their usual sleeping spots or hiding places to seek out your immediate proximity. This behavior goes beyond simple fear response and represents a conscious choice to trust in your ability to keep them safe. They may press themselves against your legs, burrow under blankets with you, or position themselves so that they're touching some part of your body, drawing comfort not just from your physical presence, but from the emotional security that your calm demeanor provides. This trust is particularly significant because it demonstrates that your dog views you as capable of protecting them from threats that they cannot understand or control themselves. When dogs are feeling unwell or experiencing pain, their instinct is often to hide or withdraw from social interaction, a behavior that stems from wild survival instincts where showing weakness could attract predators or reduce their standing in the pack. However, dogs who have formed deep bonds of love and trust with their humans will often override these instincts and seek out their human's presence instead. They may come to you with a particular expression of discomfort or vulnerability, perhaps resting their head on your lap or lying down beside you with a heavy sigh that seems to communicate their distress. This willingness to show vulnerability is a profound expression of trust and love, as it requires them to set aside their natural protective instincts in favor of seeking comfort from their beloved human. The healing presence that many dogs seem to find in their humans during illness is remarkable and speaks to the depth of their emotional attachment. Dogs who are recovering from surgery or dealing with chronic conditions often show marked improvement in their comfort levels when their human is present, and many veterinarians have observed that dogs with strong human bonds tend to have better recovery rates and more positive attitudes during treatment. This phenomenon suggests that the love dogs feel for their humans has genuine physiological benefits, providing them with emotional strength and comfort that contributes to their overall well-being. During times of general anxiety or uncertainty, such as changes in household routine, moving to a new home, or the introduction of new family members, dogs who love their humans deeply will often cope with these stressors by maintaining even closer proximity than usual. They may follow you more persistently, seek out physical contact more frequently, or position themselves where they can monitor your activities while remaining close enough for reassurance. This behavior demonstrates that your presence serves as an emotional anchor during turbulent times, providing them with stability and comfort that helps them navigate challenging circumstances. The reciprocal nature of this comfort-seeking behavior is equally touching, as many dogs seem to instinctively understand when their humans are experiencing stress or emotional difficulty and will offer their own form of comfort in return. They may rest their head on your lap during difficult phone calls, position themselves close by when you're feeling sad, or simply maintain a gentle, supportive presence that communicates their awareness of your emotional state and their desire to provide whatever comfort they can. This mutual exchange of comfort and support represents one of the most beautiful aspects of canine love, demonstrating their capacity for empathy and their genuine concern for your emotional well-being. The joy of shared activities and quality time. Dogs who genuinely love their humans display an infectious enthusiasm for shared activities that goes far beyond simple obedience or the desire for exercise. This enthusiasm represents a pure joy in your company and a genuine appreciation for the experiences you share together. Whether it's the daily walk around the neighborhood, a game of fetch in the backyard, or simply sitting together on the couch watching television, dogs who love their humans deeply approach these shared moments with an energy and focus that clearly communicates their delight in spending quality time together. This behavior demonstrates that they value your companionship not just for the practical benefits it provides, but for the simple pleasure of being together and sharing experiences. The anticipation that many dogs show for routine activities with their humans is particularly telling. Dogs who love deeply will often begin displaying excitement at the smallest indicators that a shared activity is about to begin. The sight of you reaching for their leash, putting on your walking shoes, or even moving toward the door can trigger an explosion of joy and anticipation that seems disproportionate to the activity itself. This response demonstrates that the activity's value lies not in the physical exercise or stimulation it provides, but in the opportunity it represents for quality time together. The same walk taken with a dog walker or family member rarely generates the same level of enthusiasm, highlighting the special significance that shared time with you holds in your dog's emotional landscape. During these activities, dogs who love their humans often display a heightened awareness of their human's mood and energy level, adjusting their own behavior to match and complement their human's preferences. On days when you're feeling energetic and playful, they may be more boisterous and interactive, engaging in spirited games and showing off their skills and tricks. On quieter days when you prefer a more relaxed pace, they may adopt a calmer demeanor, content to walk slowly and explore their surroundings without pulling or demanding more vigorous activity. This adaptability demonstrates a sophisticated understanding of your needs and moods, as well as a genuine desire to ensure that shared activities are enjoyable and fulfilling for both of you. The learning and engagement that dogs display during shared activities is another indicator of their love and investment in the relationship. Dogs who love their humans are often eager to learn new tricks, games, or behaviors that will enhance their shared experiences. They may watch your face intently for cues and feedback, celebrate enthusiastically when they've performed well, and show genuine disappointment when activities must end. This active participation and desire to improve and engage demonstrates that they view shared activities as opportunities for connection and communication, not just physical or mental stimulation. Perhaps most touching is the way dogs will sometimes initiate shared activities, bringing you toys or positioning themselves near doors or activity areas in a clear invitation to spend time together. This proactive behavior shows that they actively seek out opportunities for connection, and that spending time with you is something they genuinely crave and enjoy. Some dogs develop elaborate routines for initiating play or walks, using specific behaviors or vocalizations that serve as invitations for shared activities. These personalized communication methods represent a sophisticated form of relationship maintenance, showing that your dog not only enjoys shared time but actively works to create opportunities for it. The memory and anticipation that dogs show for special shared activities, such as weekend hikes, trips to the beach, or visits to favorite locations, also demonstrates the depth of their emotional investment in these experiences. Many dogs will begin showing excitement days in advance of planned special activities, somehow sensing the preparations and anticipating the joy of these shared adventures. This forward-thinking excitement shows that shared experiences with you have become deeply meaningful memories that your dog treasures and looks forward to recreating, much the way humans anticipate and remember special times with loved ones. The protective instinct and watchful care, the protective behavior that dogs display toward their beloved humans represents one of the most profound expressions of canine love, demonstrating a willingness to put their own safety and comfort at risk for the well-being of those they cherish most. This protection instinct goes far beyond territorial behavior or pack dynamics and reflects a genuine emotional investment in your safety and happiness. Dogs who love their humans deeply will often position themselves as guardians and protectors, carefully monitoring their environment for potential threats and standing ready to intervene if necessary. This protective love manifests in both obvious and subtle ways, creating a comprehensive security system that operates continuously in the background of your daily life. The most recognizable form of protective behavior is the alert response that many dogs display when strangers approach your home or property. However, dogs who truly love their humans show a sophisticated discrimination in their protective responses, distinguishing between genuine threats and normal social interactions. They may bark to alert you to visitors, but quickly assess your reaction and adjust their response accordingly. If you welcome the visitor, they will typically relax and even become friendly, but they may continue to position themselves between you and the newcomer until they're satisfied that no threat exists. This nuanced response demonstrates not just protective instinct, but a deep attunement to your comfort level and social cues. Subtle protective behaviors are often even more telling indicators of deep love and devotion. Many dogs will position themselves strategically during walks, unconsciously placing themselves between their human and potential hazards such as other dogs, busy streets, or unfamiliar people. This positioning behavior often occurs without any training or prompting and represents an instinctive desire to serve as a buffer between their beloved human and the outside world. Some dogs become particularly protective during evening walks or in unfamiliar environments, staying closer than usual and maintaining heightened awareness of their surroundings while still allowing their human to lead and direct the activity. The emotional protection that many dogs provide is equally significant and demonstrates their sophisticated understanding of human emotional states and their genuine concern for your psychological well-being. Dogs who love deeply often seem to sense when their humans are feeling sad, stressed, or anxious and will adjust their behavior to provide comfort and emotional support. They may become more gentle and affectionate during difficult times, offering their presence as a source of comfort and stability. Some dogs seem to understand when their humans need space to process emotions and will provide quiet, unobtrusive companionship, while others offer more active comfort through physical affection and playful distraction. The protective instinct extends to your property and belongings as well, with many dogs taking on unofficial roles as guardians of your home and possessions. This might manifest as careful attention to unusual sounds or activities around your property, reluctance to allow strangers into your home without your explicit approval, or even protective behavior toward objects that carry your scent. This comprehensive approach to protection demonstrates that your dog's love extends beyond just your physical person to encompass everything that is important to you and contributes to your sense of security and comfort. Perhaps most remarkably, some dogs display protective behavior that seems to anticipate potential health issues or emergencies. There are numerous documented cases of dogs who have alerted their humans to medical conditions such as seizures, diabetic episodes, or even early-stage cancers through changes in their behavior and attention patterns. While not all dogs possess these specific abilities, the heightened awareness and concern that many dogs show for their human's physical condition reflects a deep emotional investment in their well-being and a sophisticated understanding of their human's normal patterns and behaviors. This level of attentiveness and care represents love in its most practical and life-affirming form, demonstrating that your dog's devotion encompasses not just emotional comfort but genuine concern for your health and survival. The language of physical affection and touch. Physical affection represents one of the most direct and unmistakable ways that dogs communicate their love, and dogs who have formed deep emotional bonds with their humans will often develop sophisticated repertoires of physical behaviors designed to express and receive affection. This physical language of love goes far beyond simple attention seeking and represents genuine attempts at intimate communication and connection. Dogs who love their humans deeply understand intuitively that physical touch can convey emotions that transcend words, and they use their bodies as instruments of affection, comfort, and bonding in ways that are both touching and remarkably human, like in their emotional sophistication. The classic lean is perhaps one of the most endearing expressions of canine physical affection, where dogs will press their full body weight against their human's leg's side or back in a gesture that seems to communicate both trust and a desire for closeness. This behavior is particularly significant because it requires the dog to surrender some of their balance and mobility, making them temporarily vulnerable in exchange for the pleasure and comfort of physical contact. The lean is often accompanied by a deep, contented sigh that seems to express pure satisfaction with the moment of connection, and many dogs will maintain this position for extended periods, drawing comfort and security from the sustained physical contact with their beloved human. Head resting represents another profound form of physical affection, with dogs choosing to place their head on their human's lap, foot, or hand in a gesture that communicates both trust and affection. This behavior is particularly meaningful because the head contains the dog's most important sensory organs, and choosing to rest it in such a vulnerable position demonstrates complete trust and a desire for gentle, loving contact. Many dogs seem to time these head resting sessions to coincide with their human's quiet moments, offering comfort through their presence while simultaneously seeking the security and affection that physical contact provides. The phenomenon of paw placement is equally significant, where dogs will gently place a paw on their human's arm, leg, or hand as a way of maintaining contact and requesting continued attention or affection. This behavior often occurs during petting sessions, as if the dog is trying to encourage continued contact or prevent the affection from ending. Some dogs develop very specific paw placement behaviors using different pressures, positions, or timing to communicate different needs or emotions. This sophisticated use of touch as communication demonstrates a deep understanding of physical affection as a two-way street and shows that dogs view touch not just as something they receive, but as something they can actively give and share. Cuddling behavior represents perhaps the most intimate form of physical affection that dogs can offer, and dogs who love their humans deeply will often seek out opportunities for close, sustained physical contact during rest periods. This might involve curling up next to their human on the couch, squeezing into a chair that's barely big enough for both occupants, or even attempting to become lap dogs regardless of their size. The willingness to engage in this type of intimate physical contact demonstrates a level of trust and affection that mirrors human bonding behaviors and shows that dogs derive genuine comfort and happiness from close physical proximity with their beloved humans. The gentleness with which loving dogs approach physical affection is particularly noteworthy, as dogs who truly love their humans seem to intuitively understand the appropriate level of pressure, movement, and duration for different types of physical contact. They may adjust their approach based on their human's mood, energy level, or physical condition, offering gentle, soothing contact during times of stress or illness, and more playful, energetic physical interaction during happy, active periods. This sensitivity to context and appropriateness demonstrates a sophisticated emotional intelligence and genuine concern for their humans' comfort and well-being, showing that their physical affection is motivated by love rather than simply by their own needs for attention or contact. The ultimate expression, choosing you above all else, perhaps the most profound and unmistakable sign that your dog truly loves you, is their consistent choice to prioritize your presence, attention, and companionship above all other options available to them. This selective devotion manifests in countless daily decisions and behaviors that, when viewed collectively, paint a clear picture of genuine love and preference that transcends basic pack loyalty or dependency. Dogs who love their humans deeply will repeatedly choose their company over more immediately appealing alternatives, demonstrating that their attachment is based on genuine affection rather than mere convenience or survival instinct. This preferential behavior becomes most obvious when dogs are presented with multiple appealing options simultaneously. A dog who truly loves you might choose to stay by your side rather than join other family members engaged in exciting activities, select your company over the opportunity to play with other dogs, or remain near you even when delicious food or treats are available elsewhere. These choices are particularly significant because they require the dog to forego immediate gratification in favor of the less tangible but more meaningful reward of your companionship, demonstrating a sophisticated understanding of love as something that transcends basic needs and desires. The consistency of this preferential behavior is equally important, as dogs who love deeply will make these choices repeatedly across various contexts and circumstances. Whether you're the most exciting person in the room or the quietest, whether you're actively engaging with them or focused on other tasks, whether you're in a good mood or dealing with stress, a dog who loves you will consistently choose to be near you and available to you. This unwavering preference demonstrates that their attachment is based on their feelings for you as an individual rather than on what you can provide for them in any given moment. The sacrifice aspect of this choosing behavior is particularly touching, as dogs will often give up things they genuinely enjoy in order to maintain their connection with their beloved human. This might mean leaving a comfortable sunny spot to follow you into a cooler room, abandoning an interesting smell during a walk to stay close to your pace, or even giving up playtime with other dogs to remain near you. These sacrificial choices demonstrate that their love for you has become their primary motivation, overriding even strong natural instincts and preferences in favor of maintaining their bond with you. The exclusive nature of this devotion becomes apparent in multi-pet households, where dogs who have formed deep bonds with specific humans will often show clear preferences even among family members they generally love and trust. While they may be friendly and affectionate with everyone in the household, there's often one person who receives the deepest level of devotion and preferential treatment. This special relationship is characterized by more intense greetings, more persistent following behavior, more frequent initiations of physical contact, and a general sense that this particular human holds a unique and irreplaceable position in the dog's emotional hierarchy. Perhaps most remarkably, dogs who truly love their humans will often choose their company even in situations where their human cannot provide any practical benefits or services. They may choose to stay with their human during illness when other family members are available to provide food, walks, and care, demonstrating that their attachment transcends practical dependency. They may show distress when separated from their beloved human even when left in comfortable, familiar environments with other trusted individuals, indicating that no substitute can truly replace the specific comfort and happiness that their special person provides. This irreplaceable quality of the bond represents the ultimate expression of canine love, showing that you have become not just important to your dog, but absolutely essential to their sense of security, happiness, and completeness in the world. The depth and complexity of canine love, as demonstrated through these 10 profound signs, reveals that the bond between dogs and humans represents one of nature's most remarkable examples of interspecies emotional connection. Understanding and recognizing these expressions of love not only enriches our relationships with our canine companions but also provides us with daily reminders of the pure, unconditional affection that makes dogs such extraordinary additions to our lives. The love that dogs offer is characterized by its consistency, selflessness, and genuine nature, serving as a powerful example of devotion that enriches both species and creates bonds that often last far beyond a dog's physical presence in our lives, living on in cherished memories and the lasting impact of having been truly, deeply loved by one of nature's most faithful companions.